How about them damn Lakers? Shout out my man. Wrong jersey, but shout out my man. Shout out my man. What a fucking game. I mean, talk about a crazy game ending in general, just a crazy game in general. Um, I don't know where to start. I mean, we can start from the end, or do you want to start from the beginning?
Start from the beginning.
All right. Obviously, close game in the beginning. Actually, it was close throughout pretty much. Lakers had a couple runs, but to start, I know a lot of people. I was scrolling through TikTok at halftime, and I was seeing videos. They were mad that the Lakers were putting in Troy Brown, and I was very worried just for the fact that Steph and Clay each had 10 in the first quarter. It looked like they were going, doing their thing. And halftime comes around, Lakers go up one. Nothing too insane happened in the first half besides AD was had 23 and 11 in the first half. Great first half for AD. I mean, he destroyed everyone. He was playing unbelievable. I think a lot of people are seeing the top 5 top end talent once again that AD has, and this playoff run so far has been the best basketball I've ever seen him play. He played very, very well in 2020 when they won the chip, but this is like another level. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Jaren's the best defense player. I preach that Evan's the best defender in the NBA. I don't think I can argue that right now. AD is something else, bro. I mean, he was everywhere blocking shots. There was one block where he was basically backwards and blocked it, which was nuts. Um, but come third quarter, Lakers go on a little run. And to be honest, I thought the game was going to basically put away. But I mean, you know, the Warriors, I've had many, many experiences watching these guys. They just don't stop, they just keep on coming. And that's what happened down the stretch. But Lakers controlled most of the second half, and they were up 10, 12 at points, and then it got cut down to 6, back up, back down. And I have a lot of futures on the Lakers in different situations, but I mean, that was masterful. I'm a Cavs fan first, LeBron fan second, and that was just nuts, to be honest. The game ended in a very funny way for LeBron slash Lakers fans, which was Jordan Poole shooting. Honestly, I said 33 when I texted into our group chat after the game. I think it could have been close to 40. That was something like he could have taken a dribble. Vando would have flew by and he would have had a way better look. I mean, shooting a 40-footer is crazy in that situation. I know Slim is very adamant on that. But yeah, I mean, what do you have to say about this game? And then we'll go into more specifics, players, and stuff I want to highlight. But
It looked like the exciting series that it is going to be coming from both sides of the floor. The Lakers look very well, especially with Anthony Davis. LeBron defensively, Anthony Davis has some big time blocks, and and so did LeBron and D'Angelo Russell shooting pretty well. Um, Everything seemed to flow as as expected. But my issue came in the fourth quarter in the last 11 seconds. That last play with Jordan Poole and them rushing all you had to do was push the ball up the floor. You had about 11, 9, 8 seconds left, and you could have called a timeout. As soon as they scored, all you had to, or as soon as you got that rebound, all you had to do was call a timeout so that you could get the offense set, take your time, and get an efficient shot because that is what you do. But guess what? You did not do that. You rushed the shot that was from what 38 feet,
probably.
and then that's game over. What else do you expect? You have to be able to play better and want better for your team than to do some stupid stuff like that. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Steph got doubled way out, so he was kind of forced to give it up unless he tried to split. But I mean, I trust Steph's got the second best handle ever or third best handle ever. And what's that face for? Kyrie 1, AI 2, Steph 3? No. You want to put Jamal Crawford up there? Fine. Jamal Murray does not have a better handle than Steph Curry. That's insane.
I bet, bro.
All right, we can talk about this another game, but another after tomorrow's game. But I mean, overall, those were just kind of our initial feels, but like quick how we watched it. And for me, I think the biggest thing is because yes, I've watched all of the Lakers playoffs games so far, and yes, they've looked really good. I think that was the most dominant they've looked as a team. Because LeBron didn't have to do anything extraordinary. He had a couple crazy blocks like chase downs, LeBron-esque, old LeBron-esque blocks. And honestly, I was just they kept popping up these graphics on the court of like points in the paint or rebounds and stuff like that. I'm just looking at this right now. The Lakers had 63 rebounds, Warriors had 54. If you think the two biggest things, I'm trying to find the points in the paint, but I can't find it at this moment. I know it was a lot to a little. At one point, it was 34-12 midway through the third quarter, which is insane for an NBA game. But on the contrary, you can look, the Warriors made 21 threes, which is an insane amount, to the Lakers 6. But on the other side of it, the Lakers shot 29 free throws to the Warriors 6 the entire game. That is going to be the battle that both teams are going to have to try and do better at. The Warriors are going to have to attack more and try and get AD and Vando in foul trouble. And the Lakers need to continue to not let them score in the paint and not give them open threes, but they gave up a lot of threes today to guys not named Steph and Clay. Jordan Poole had a good game besides that last shot. And I think that in order for the Warriors to win, they're really going to have to hit outside shots at that kind of rate, that 40% rate. 21 is a lot of threes. And their main shooters all shot really well, but they were leaving guys like Gary Payton II wide open, which is fine, but he's going to make them eventually. I feel like not maybe at a 40% clip, but at like a 35 opposed to whatever he shot tonight. But that was just my feel. I know the Lakers killed points in the paint tonight, and I think that's a big discrepancy. And especially if the Lakers can win the free throw battle and the points in the paint while also limiting turnovers and controlling the pace, I think they're in a great spot. The Warriors have the ability to go kind of hybrid in between their paces because they have enough shooters to run a successful half-court offense, but they also can push the pace and hit those transition threes because they have a lot of guards on their team. So I think the pace battle isn't really as much important for the Warriors than it is for the Lakers. I think keep limiting them to one shot, not giving up rebounds is really important for the Lakers. And I know I'm not a Warriors fan by any stretch, but I love Kevon Looney. I really, really do. I love
me too, bro. He's a dog, bro. He's a dog, and he's gonna play 82.
Yeah, I mean, me and my friends always just joke around, and whenever we're together and the Warriors are playing, we'll just bet Looney's rebounds for shits. He has 20 rebounds 4 times in 8 games in the playoffs. That is absurd. I was looking at his line before Game 7 when they played the Kings. It was at 12 or 13.5. Slim is whipping up pasta, if you guys didn't know. But
it didn't turn out good, but I'm just going to say forget it and just go with it.
But shout out Looney. I think, especially if you want to look on the Warriors side, they had a way – they started to figure it out toward the end, which I think kind of sparked that run, is having the ball in Steph's hands more is going to open up their offense a lot more because they can run him off screens. And if they do that, the Lakers were playing a lot of drop coverage, a little more than you typically should against a Steph and a Clay, which could come back to bite them. And I know a lot of Lakers fans don't like Darvin Ham, and I feel like he might not switch that blitz coverage because he wants to continue to protect the paint. But against this team, I don't know how much longer you can do that, especially now that they figured out that Steph can get the offense going through those on-ball screens. And I think that's going to be a big thing to watch out for in Game 2. on Thursday. So keep your eye out for that if you're watching at home. And I mean, I want to shout out Vanderbilt too. He did a hell of a job at his size, being able to stay with Steph for most of the night. For the most part, I mean, as good as a job as you can do. I think that was really, really helpful for the Lakers. 94 feet pretty much all second half, if not the whole game. And while he didn't have to score a ton, he did what he was supposed to. But
100%. And I like the way that Clay initiated the game. Just by starting off hot, starting off streaky, being able to get some easy threes and get the rest of the team flowing. And I feel like that is what they need in order for them to win against the Lakers. Is they need big time moments for Clay or from Clay, and I think that just gets the rest of the guys flowing. And if you can start off the game with that pace every game, then eventually y'all will get in the feel. Like Jordan Poole was taking a minute to, start to have that pool party, and then it just, kind of fizzled out by the time that it was like 11 seconds left. You know what
he
I'm
had a
saying?
big three before that, but that last three was, I mean, you can't down three with the ball. You can't shoot that shot, especially with that much time left. Like if there was 3 seconds left, by all means shoot it. But
Well,
you had enough time to drive and kick for an open three. You had enough time to go get the ball back to Steph if you really wanted to, kick out to the corner for Clay. You could have done a whole variety of things. You could have run one of those like last second, if you ever watch the playoffs, there's like that 8 second period where it's like basically an ISO. You could have even done that. But
100.
You live and you learn. He's done this before, and he's played really well afterwards. So I'm not worried about Poole. If you're a Warriors fan, I wouldn't be worried. But let's get into the box score a little more specifically here. I don't know if you guys at home can really see it super well, but obviously AD ended with 30 and 23, 2 fouls, 4 blocks. I mean, if you guys didn't know, he's had 26 blocks in the first round, which is absurd himself. But 4 blocks today. He was everywhere. And I think if the Lakers do go on to win the championship, I can't see a world where he's not the one to win Finals MVP. As much as I want LeBron to win it just for his own stature and like legacy, I think this team goes as AD goes, and we've known that the whole year. And there'll be a game where he doesn't play as well, but if he comes out with this kind of aggression and plays this well every game, the Lakers could beat them in 5 games. Like that's how good he was tonight. And I think another big reason for the Lakers' success is just their ability to have scoring come from so many different areas. Like if you look, Rui didn't play that much tonight. I was kind of mad about that because I think he's been giving them really good minutes, and Troy Brown played this just a minute more, and he did not give them anything good to me. He just kept losing Steph or Clay on the ball screens or Wiggins or whoever, or the off ball screens, excuse me. And without that happening, I think the Lakers win this game even cleaner than they did. Like they don't have to worry about Jordan Poole shooting that shot at the end or anything like that. I think he gave up a lot of stuff that could be replaced by a guy like a Rui who is bigger and doesn't move as fluidly. But I think if you went and you gave Schroeder more minutes or D'Lo would be fine. He won't be the best defender on ball, but on those off-ball screens, he will run around and stay with Steph or Clay. And I think that's something they got to do. But Schroeder giving you 19 and 31 minutes, hell of a game from him. I don't know why they keep putting in Wenyen Gabriel, even if it's for like just a quick minute. I don't like that at all. I think you have to go with Mo Bamba or Tristan Thompson.
No, Mo Bamba was out. I don't know about Tristan Thompson. All right, let's address this. Out of all the players that you can bring in, you decide Tristan Thompson instead of maybe a Boogie Cousins. I don't know.
I just feel like if you brought in a Boogie, you would expect him to play. I think Tristan's there more. I don't think they're going to play him by any means, but I think he's just kind of there for leadership, having another voice in that room because they have a lot of young guys. Like think about who's this starting lineup is. D'Lo, he hasn't really done anything. Reeves is in his second season. Vanderbilt hasn't done anything. Schroeder kind of has, kind of hasn't. Rui, nothing. Troy Brown, he would be not on an NBA roster if it wasn't for the Lakers not needing 3-point shooting earlier in the year. Wendell Gabriel, none of those guys besides LeBron and AD know what it takes, and you could even argue that AD doesn't really know what it takes in the like playoffs with fans. It's a different animal, but I think rotationally, I know a lot of people have issues with Darvin Ham's rotations. I think you limit Troy Brown and you keep Rui given more minutes. I think Vanderbilt's going to have to play 30 minutes a night. He only played 25 tonight, but he did a hell of a job. 2 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, that's all you want. You made Steph shoot under 50%, 10 of 24. Ended with 27, but I mean, that's Steph Curry. He's going to get his. But you got him to have 5 turnovers. That's big time stuff.
That is big time, and I think that's big on Dennis Schroeder. I saw him playing very good defense, him and Clay.
Yeah, Schroeder was everywhere. He had a very, very, very good game. But I think tonight's game was really about D'Lo, AD, and Schroeder. Those were the 3 biggest catalysts tonight. Yes, LeBron had 22, but he did not play well for LeBron standards. Couldn't buy a 3, 9 of 24. But 3 blocks, I mean, you can't be mad about that. He's trying on defense, and you can't knock that for a guy that's 38 years old. But, I mean, Looney, 10, 23, and 5. I mean, that's special stuff right there. Wiggins had an all right night. He had spurts where he was really good. He had that, 3 offensive rebound span where they didn't get a basket. That's tough.
Yeah.
And I think if for the Warriors, if Jordan Poole continues to play like this, then it really puts them ahead of where I had them evaluated, especially because he played so poorly in the first round for his standards. Like a lot of people are saying, like you would rather have Austin Reeves than Jordan Poole, and I don't know if I disagree with that, but at the same time, I could see the argument for it.
100. I think Austin Reeves can show you more of consistency. Like you got to think he is in an offense that is specifically ran, for their bigs, I would say, instead of their guards, just because their star players are their bigs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Austin Reeves would maybe thrive in a way that Jordan Poole, doesn't if Austin Reeves was with Clay, partnered with Clay and Steph Curry.
Yeah, I think both guys are on their better fit teams, but I think Reeves is if you guys have been paying attention, LeBron's not handling the ball as much anymore like he used to, where he would have the ball in his hands for 75% of the night. He doesn't do that anymore. He has it honestly probably 30, if not less. It's a lot of D'Lo and Reeves running everything with an on-ball action with AD. That's a lot of the Lakers' offense. So I think Reeves is that kind of guy where he needs the ball in his hands, and he's made very good plays. No turnovers tonight. I think he played very, very well. And I think this is a big one for the Lakers. You steal back home court. You handle your business at home. You win the series. I don't think for either of these teams home court really means anything. But I think it means a little bit more for the Lakers, when they're at home, because they have younger guys that haven't been here. I think the Warriors just went through the finals. They just won. They're defending champions. They don't need – yes, they play better at home, of course, but they don't need the home court to be successful as much as I feel like the Lakers role players do.
100.
But, I mean, any last comments? We could do a game 2 pick. Who do you got in game 2?
Call a freaking time out. Call a freaking timeout. Are you stupid? Steph Curry, Jordan Poole, anybody on the freaking floor, Steve Kerr, call a freaking timeout. Are you dumb?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm happy. I'm rooting for the Lakers for the rest of the playoffs. But Hey, I mean, I can't complain. Game 1 victory for the Lakers. AD was a absolute monster today. Um, and that's what I expect from him every game. It's sad that I'm expecting a stinker game from him at some point, which is just sad to say, considering how good of a basketball player he is. But yeah. Any last comments?
That's it.